Hello, everyone. It's Pat. Coming to you with a message about our weekly Oracle card reading and message for this upcoming week, December 3rd through the 9th and 10th. Now, I'm posting this to the YouTube community. In the past, like for today and last week's reading, I actually did it as a live Facebook, and I will put a link to that for you down below. But I wanted to make sure I did a little video or something because I figured you guys might have wondered what happened to me. And I did have a cold a few weeks ago, so there was a week that I didn't get to doing a reading. But I realized as I was doing the Facebook Lives that I said, oh my goodness, the YouTube watchers don't know what happened. So anyways, so I already did do a reading for today, and our cards already got pulled, so I'll just do a little review with you of what has come up for this coming week, okay? So, as usual, I pulled an Archangel card for us for who's overseeing us for the week. And for this week, we got the Archangel Michael again. Interestingly, it's one of the same cards that we got last week for who's overseeing our week. So I think that's a really interesting synchronicity, and that Michael showed up again this way. And it's a reminder, I feel, about being authentic. He's our angel to go to call upon this week. And the theme for this week is remember who you are. And the card message says, you're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So it's a message, I feel, about being authentically who you are. In fact, this weekend we have a full moon and the beginning of Mercury retrograde. Actually, they're both starting today. And at this time, it's the way that things are moving around astrologically. It's an important time to remember to trust your own intuition, okay? To trust the feelings and the intuition that's coming up for you, more so than what your head or your logical mind is coming up with, or more so than what people are saying or presenting to you. Because when Mercury goes retrograde, it can be a time of real smoke and mirrors when there's just a lot of communication that can be misinterpreted, things misread, misunderstood, and there can be because of its, there's a lot of static as Mercury slows down and goes into the retrograde phase. There can be a lot of reactivity, things maybe seeming blown out of proportion, what have you. Not necessarily always, but the potential for it is there. And so Michael reminds us to remember who you are in your heart, who you authentically are, okay? And to be yourself and to trust your intuition. Okay, and also to remember, as he says in this card, that you are very loved. I feel like it's a card of support going out to some of you out there if you're having a difficult time in any area of your life. He's reminding you that you are loved. Even if there's dramas going on around you, there are still people who love you for who you are, and they want to see you happy. Okay, so that's who our Archangel is that's overseeing us for the week. Now, as we go into the week, I pulled from the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle Cards by Doreen. And, okay. So I did get 3 that came out. And I also pulled a couple from this deck, the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. I really like this deck. It's really a nice one. Actually, I think I put the cards back into the deck, so I'll probably pull some new ones out for us. So anyways, heading into the beginning of our week, we got this card, Blessing in Disguise. And it says, what appears to be a problem is really actually part of your answered prayer. So you'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. So given that we got this for the beginning of the week, just as the Mercury is really heading into the retrograde, it's likely that we're going to encounter delays. You might encounter problems as you're trying to get to work, or maybe there's a big change up in your schedule that's gone on. Whatever the issue is that happens, what they're saying is a blessing for you. So don't let yourself get too frustrated by it. Okay? They always seem frustrating at the time. If something happens to your car, you got a flat tire, your car breaks down, that's never a fun thing. when it happens. It's annoying. But what they're saying is to look at this from the perspective, or they want to let you know that, in some way that you can't see, if that happens to you, it is a blessing. There's something nice, that's something unexpected, or it's going to work out better than you could have hoped. I actually had this happen to me just the other day because I had to get my car inspected, and it was the end of the month that it was supposed to be inspected. And the whole month of November, I just kept forgetting about it. And I would think about it and remember, and then I'd get distracted and forget about it. Well, on Saturday, I went to go I said, okay, I got to get my car inspected, because in Massachusetts, they're really strict about that. I don't know about how it is where you are, but so I went to the local gas station because I knew there was I knew they did inspections there. And when I showed up, I found out they don't do them on Saturdays. There was no one there to do them. So it looked like I was going to have to wait until this week got going. Which I was a little concerned about, because if I had to drive around, you can get pulled over for that and get fined and God knows what else. So I called the dealership where I have my car maintained, and they were doing inspections, and they were happy to, they were fine with me just driving in, and there was a couple of cars ahead of me. But not only did they get me done really fast, faster than I expected, but they also didn't charge me. I was like, wow, thank you very much. That was my little blessing in disguise. So it's things like that that it's about. So anyways, moving on to the middle of our week, we have joy. It says, joy is the highest energy of all. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. So, there's an energy of happiness and excitement coming in the middle of the week. It could be that you're just feeling joyful. You're in a really good space. You have a really good sense of well-being going on. Maybe you were happy about the blessing that came about from something. Or something came to fruition for you. Maybe you ran into an old friend and it was so exciting for you, and it made you so happy to see them, and you had a wonderful time. So just know that there's an energy of joy, and it's the kind that, like the dolphin here, makes you just leap out of the water. Like jumping for joy kind of thing. So but you can use that joyful energy to, manifest more blessings in your life too. So really, ride the wave, or in this case, the dolphin, like the like the angel's doing, as a way of enjoying what's coming in here. So you just may be feeling a lot more joyful about, the way things are going, things that are taking place in your life, even with any little glitches. So it's also about using the energy of joy. If you have been feeling in a place where you're, especially with, there's so much going on, there's so much negativity going on in the media, there's so much stuff coming to light that's really icky. It's a reminder to focus on what gives us joy, okay? When things are going badly around us, it's important to remember to focus on what we're grateful for, what we already have, and shift that energy to what would be joyful for us, okay? It says, joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. Okay, so that's the middle of the week. Now, coming in towards the end of the week, we have Cupid coming in. It says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. It says, your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. So what I get a sense of as I look at this card for the end of our week is that, at the end of next week, we're kind of in the middle of the month and we're getting closer to the holidays. So maybe we're, decorating our house a little bit more, having, we've cleaned it up. We've got the scented, evergreen or balsam fir scented candles that we're lighting, and, we've got our garland up, or however you decorate for whatever holiday you celebrate, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa. But so it brings in that element of romance, of the atmosphere of the holidays, okay? The evergreens that we bring in, and just all that decor that comes with it. Because, romantic scenery is, leads to feelings of romance within ourselves. And maybe, you get that music playing in the background. So it's just nice, quiet music. The candles are going. It has that romantic atmosphere to it. So, and that's coming in as we get closer to the holidays. And it reminds us of the feelings of love that we have for our family and our friends as we're, getting our little gifts together for them. So, but it definitely can be about those of you out there, who are single and looking, that you may perhaps meet that special someone, or there is an infusion of that coming in, a new love relationship coming in, or reigniting of romance with a current partner that you have. So, as the card says, the angels are sending great waves of love into your heart. It's like they're literally blowing it at you in the form of these little bubble-like things. So, and it's just embrace and enjoy it, in whatever form it comes. And allow it to, allow yourself that good feeling of enjoying, being in love with life and the wonderful things that are there. It's also, I feel like these past two cards are reminders to us to, step out of kind of what's going on in the media. There is just, like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff that's coming to light. And so at times like these, we certainly don't want to ignore it. I mean, we do need to keep ourselves aware of it, but it's a reminder also too to focus on the things we ideally like to have, that we want from life and we desire from life, by focusing on where we have them, focusing on joy and love. Those are all important things. And to remember the love in our relationships that's underlying everything. Okay? And love yourself by allowing people by allowing yourself to receive. If people are doing nice things to you, and extending nice gestures your way, be open to receiving it and allow that love to come in your direction. So anyways, that's what our week is looking like. And let's see. Woo, woo, woo. This one fell out for all of you. Sorry about that. Angel of Emergence came out. It's time for the real you to emerge. Ooh, okay. So this goes back to Archangel Michael's message for the week about remember who you are. When I said about being your authentic self, okay, the real you wants to come out, okay? There's all sorts of butterflies in this imagery, which is about transformation, and the flower about blossoming. So, where Archangel Michael was overseeing us this week with that message, it's about being safe, being your authentic self out there, okay? And being safe, allowing people to love the real you, okay? So those are our messages for this week. I hope you have a lovely week. And again, I will put the links to the Facebook page below where I've been doing the live readings as well. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely week, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks so much for watching.